Would you say this mentality of owning the whole chain is more common in the energy space than in the mining space?
I'd probably say in mining it used to be. So again, I worked for people like Noranda. I've lived in 5 company towns and 13 towns across the country. But I've lived in company towns where the mine actually designed the mine, owned the mine, built that company town, built the transportation network like Grand Isle, BC, barged to work every day. They ran the boat, and then they owned the concentrate right down to the train and then put it into their smelter. So they had the full stripe back in the day. And then they started to get out of the business of building company towns. Port Hardy, BC, the Utah construction company that became BHP, company town. And they got out of that business. And it's unfortunate because company towns are fantastic places to live and bring up. But they got out of it, got into the camp thing because of socioeconomic sort of things played in there with what happens with the town when the mine goes away. And I think it's actually an opportunity that's coming back, and it's something that we need to focus on because we lose sight. All of a sudden, the workers that all were from somewhere and they rallied around to keep that business going, they can go anywhere, and they don't care anymore. So you lose the energy, the focus, the camaraderie, the community that everybody needs to pull together to make the thing work. So I'm a big believer on things need to be more consistent, like the energy business was. So you want to make money, you better know it all. You better be right there to the end day and get full value.
Well, and then that compares to, say, an Apple, right, which has full control from every chip in their computer all the way up to selling it at their own stores, right? And
good point. And of course,
one of the most valuable businesses in the world, right?
I would say I don't own an Apple. I'm a BlackBerry guy, so that's my technology lesson for today. I love BlackBerry because it only does 3 things. The phone rings, I answer it. It texts me, I answer it. And I get an email answer. I don't have any apps. I don't know how to get a Uber or a date on my phone. It's a tool for business, and it doesn't come out with a version 20, 22 or whatever. It's not a distraction to me.
You know, I'm reminded of one of the professors I had at university who worked in Palabora, and he was saying when a light bulb went into their house, they'd call someone at the mine and they'd come and change the light bulb. Do you think there's going to be a shift within the industry towards, I guess, a more holistic supply chain and having these?
Well, yeah, I think there already is, and again, people talk about it like they know something. So, you know, we hear from analysts, and they know everything about the mine economics, and yet they've never been to one, or they've never understood the inputs and drivers. So in a way, the world is already sort of saying, hey, we know all about your business, and we don't like it, and we want you to change. We don't like oil sands. We don't like energy. We don't like this. We don't like that. Greenhouse gas emissions, but they don't have a full appreciation of the full food chain. So everybody wants to obviously electrify and do something good for the environment, reduce GHGs. But, you know, I'll shock you with a bit of information, you know, that we could get rid of every car on the planet, but 15 of the world's largest ships that transport Costco products or Walmart products from China to here, just 15 of those ships make more pollution than all of the light vehicles on the planet. So you want to electrify.
Every car
if you went and made every car electric, 15 of the world's ships would wipe that gain out all day. And they're doing that right now. And so where would you want to put your energy? So those people, let's focus on batteries. Look, I'm good with improving things, but let's look at the macro nut first. But also let's not point fingers on and say, hey, we're so good. Because if you look where your power just came from for your battery, or where your battery came from, you might not like what you're looking at. You might look at, oh, geez, that cobalt actually didn't come from the mine in Sudbury. It actually came from the DRC, and that's not really in line with our corporate ethics. Oh, and they don't manage their environment like we do. They don't treat their people the way we do. It's unsafe. So those are the things that we now have to be. Everybody's fully aware of looking into people's businesses and wanting to do the right thing. They just need to understand it all the way through. It just doesn't start with the battery car being, okay, now I'm good. You got to go all the way through the food chain in reverse now to understand if it's really good for the environment.